Welcome guys, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button notification for more latest videos. Here are the evolution of game consoles from past to present. At number 20, Magnavox Odyssey. Magnavox Odyssey was released in 1972, was the first home video game console. At number 19, Epoch Cassette Vision. The Cassette Vision made by Epoch Co., and released in Japan on July 30, 1981. There is also a redesigned model called the Cassette Vision Junior. At number 18, Nintendo Family Computer. Nintendo's Family Computer, or Famicom, known as the Nintendo Entertainment System or NES outside of Japan, is an 8-bit home computer manufactured by Umtech.
At number 17, Nintendo Entertainment System. The NES was launched through test markets in New York City and Los Angeles in 1985, before being given a wide release in the rest of North America and parts of Europe in 1986, followed by Australia and other European countries in 1987. At number 16, Family Computer Disk System. The Family Computer Disk System is a peripheral for Nintendo's Family Computer home video game console, released only in Japan on February 21, 1986. It uses proprietary floppy disks called disk cards for data storage. At number 15, Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis, known as the Mega Drive in regions outside of North America, is a 16-bit home video game console developed and sold by Sega. The Genesis was Sega's third console and the successor to the Master System. Sega released it as the Mega Drive in Japan in 1988, followed by North America as the Genesis in 1989. At number 14, Super Famicom. The system is called the Super Famicom (SFC) in South Korea. It is known as the Super Comboy and was distributed by Hyundai Electronics. The system was released in Brazil on August 30, 1993, by Playtronic. At number 13, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System (SNES), also known as the Super NES or Super Nintendo, is a 16-bit home video game console developed by Nintendo that was released in 1990 in Japan and South Korea, 1991 in North America, 1992 in Europe and Australia, and 1993 in South America. At number 12, Sega PICO. The Sega PICO, also known as Kids Computer PICO, is an educational video game console by Sega Toys, marketed as edutainment. The main focus of the PICO was educational video games for children between 3 and 7 years old. The PICO was released in June 1993 in Japan and November 1994 in North America and Europe, later reaching China. At number 11, Sega 32X. The 32X is an add-on for the Sega Genesis video game console. Codenamed Project Mars, the 32X was designed to expand the power of the Genesis and serve as a transitional console into the 32-bit era until the release of the Sega Saturn. Independent of the Genesis, the 32X uses its own ROM cartridges and has its own library of games. The Sega Saturn is a 32-bit fifth-generation home video game console developed by Sega and released on November 22, 1994 in Japan, May 11, 1995 in North America, and July 8, 1995 in Europe. The successor to the successful Sega Genesis, the Saturn has a dual CPU architecture and 8 processors. Its games are in CD-ROM format, and its game library contains several arcade ports as well as original games. At number 9, Sony PlayStation, PS1. The PlayStation, officially abbreviated to PS, and commonly known as the PS1 or its codename, PSX, is a home video game console developed and marketed by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was first released on 3 December 1994 in Japan, on 9 September 1995 in North America, on 29 September 1995 in Europe, and on 15 November 1995 in Australia, and was the first of the PlayStation lineup of video game consoles. At number 8, Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64, N64, stylized as Nintendo 64, is a home video game console developed and marketed by Nintendo. Named for its 64-bit central processing unit, it was released in June 1996 in Japan, September 1996 in North America and Brazil, March 1997 in Europe and Australia, and September 1997 in France. It was the last major home console to use the cartridge as its primary storage format until the Nintendo Switch in 2017. At number 7, PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 (PS2) is a home video game console developed and marketed by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was first released in Japan on March 4, 2000, in North America on October 26, 2000, and in Europe and Australia in November 2000, and is the successor to the original PlayStation, as well as the second installment in the PlayStation console lineup.
At number 6, Xbox. The Xbox is a home video game console and the first installment in the Xbox series of consoles manufactured by Microsoft. We are down now at top 5. The Xbox 360 is a home video game console developed by Microsoft. As the successor to the original Xbox, it is the second console in the Xbox series. At number 4, PlayStation 3 (PS3). It was first released on November 11, 2006, in Japan November 17, 2006, in North America, and March 23, 2007, in Europe and Australia. The top 3, PlayStation 4. It was launched on November 15 in North America, November 29 in Europe, South America and Australia, and on February 22, 2014, in Japan. It competes with Microsoft's Xbox. At number 2, Xbox One. It was first released in North America, parts of Europe, Australia, and South America in November 2013, and in Japan, China, and other European countries in September 2014. Our number 1, Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is a video game console developed by Nintendo and released on March 3, 2017. It is a hybrid console that can be used as both a stationary and portable. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and share.